The rain poured heavily as Emily walked through the quiet streets toward the town's old library. She had always been fascinated by mysteries, and this library, with its ancient books and dusty shelves, seemed like the perfect place to uncover one. That evening, she was determined to explore a section she had never dared to before the restricted archives. As she pushed open the heavy wooden doors, the familiar scent of old paper and ink filled her senses. The librarian, Mrs. Turner, glanced up from her desk, giving her a knowing smile. "Still searching for secrets, Emily?" she asked. Emily simply grinned and nodded before making her way to the back of the library. The restricted section was hidden behind a locked iron gate, but Emily had noticed long ago that Mrs. Turner often left the key on her desk. Tonight, luck was on her side. Key was there. She hesitated for a moment before quietly taking it and slipping through the gate. Her heart pounded with excitement. Inside, the air was heavier, filled with the scent of history. She ran her fingers along the spines of the books, many of which had strange symbols on them. One in particular caught her attention. It was an old leather-bound volume titled The Forgotten Truths. Carefully, she pulled it from the shelf and opened it to the first page. The book spoke of a hidden chamber beneath the library, a place where the town's founders had stored their most valuable knowledge. Emily's breath quickened as she turned the pages, reading about a trap door hidden beneath one of the bookshelves. If this was true, it could be the biggest discovery in the library's history. Determined to find the entrance, she glanced around, searching for any indication of where it might be. She recalled a peculiar-looking bookshelf near the librarian's desk, one with carvings different from the rest. Moving as quietly as possible, she made her way back to it. Her fingers traced the intricate designs on the wood until she felt a small indentation. Pressing it lightly, she heard a soft click. The bookshelf trembled slightly before revealing a narrow staircase leading downward. Emily's heart raced as she took her first step into the darkness below. The air was damp, and the stone walls were lined with shelves holding scrolls and ancient tomes. At the center of the room stood a wooden podium with a single book placed on it. She stepped closer and read the title, The Legacy of Eldermore. The name sent shivers down her spine. Eldermore was a town that had vanished centuries ago. As she flipped through the pages, she realized the book contained accounts of powerful artifacts, lost knowledge, and even warnings about events yet to unfold. If what was written was true, this book held secrets that could change everything they knew about their town's history. Suddenly, a noise echoed from above, footsteps approaching the restricted section. Emily's heart pounded as she quickly placed the book in her bag and extinguished her lantern. She had to leave before she was caught. Climbing the stairs as quietly as possible, she peeked through the gap in the bookshelf. Mrs. Turner stood there, looking straight at the hidden entrance. "I knew you'd find it eventually," the librarian said, her voice calm but firm. Emily hesitated. Was Mrs. Turner a guardian of the secret, or was she someone who didn't want the truth to be known? The librarian took a step closer. "Now that you've seen it, there are things you need to understand." The room felt colder as Emily waited for Mrs. Turner's next words. This discovery was just the beginning.